From Super League to Olympic distance to age group world records to Kona. Go longer with the right fuel at the right time with SFuels.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Day 3, Breakfast with Bob from beautiful St. George. My name is Bob Babbitt, brought to you by Master Spa Zoot Sports, the original triathlon brand. HOKA, Let's Fly, SFuels, Go Longer. Biostarks.com. Use the code BWB10 for 10% discount. Quintanaroo. Forum Smart Swim Goggles. Zions Bank, Premium Plus Sports, and our Challenged Athletes Foundation. Our next guest from Premium Plus Sports, the man himself, Deepak Patel, joins us. Deepak, how you doing, buddy?
Good. Glad to be on Breakfast with Bob. I'm a rookie to this.
You are a rookie. That's why we put this microphone closer. There we go.
There we go.
Rookie.
Yeah, I am.
So how many people you have here?
I have about 25 athletes.
So talk about when you first created this, because we first met in Kona, like, during the Ice Age.
Yep. Dinosaurs were still walking around in Kona,
I'm
right?
one of them, yeah.
1986, we started helping Ironman with providing athlete logistics with Kona, you know, transportation and all kinds of travel and massage therapists and bike mechanics and stuff like that. So started in 86, and over time, a lot of the international races started saying, hey, we could use your help, Deepak. Can you help us with New Zealand and Australia Ironmans and South Africa? And so and it snowballed from there to, it's been 40 years of, spanning the globe.
40 years.
Yeah.
And I love about what you do is if you're going to Israel, wherever you're going, there's the part that you love. We're going to the pyramids. We're doing, so you make it all encompassing. Right. So when somebody's going, the race is the beginning of the conversation. Right. It is, you're not going to do this every week. This is a trip of a lifetime.
That's right.
Let's make it a lifetime experience.
Exactly. In fact, funny you say pyramids, Abu Dhabi is the grand final triathlon world championship.
Yes.
And we got 90 athletes.
Do you really?
Yeah.
And that's coming up, Thanksgiving time?
Thanksgiving time, So Middle East is going to be the center of the world focus because the FIFA World Cup is happening in Qatar.
Right.
The Grand Prix is the weekend before in Abu Dhabi. And then we have the triathlon happening from the 24th and the 26th. And so we said, listen, talk about a bucket list trip.
Yes.
Let's go see Abu Dhabi. We'll go play in the playground of the rich and famous in Dubai. And then we're going to Egypt for a week.
Afterwards.
And
how many of the 90?
45.
Half of them are coming
to Egypt. They're like, this is my bucket list trip. It's funny, all the things we go. In Abu Dhabi, we're spending one night in the desert at pitching tents.
Yes.
And we're going to do belly dancing, stargazing, RVs, camel rides. And everything. And so everybody's like sending me this list saying, oh my God, camel ride, that's my bucket list. I want to do this. And then they said, oh, but wait a minute, I got 2 bucket lists. I'm coming to Egypt with you.
Yes.
And turns out this week, National Geographic announced the most elaborate King Tut museum is opening. So we're going to take people.
You'll be there.
We'll be there. And then we're climbing.
And you can tell your people that you came up with that.
Exactly.
My museum.
Yeah. My museum. And then the fun part is we're actually all going to climb into the Great Pyramid.
Really?
And go see the Pharaoh's tomb. So,
oh my God.
I was telling everybody, listen, this is an opportunity.
Yes.
It's Thanksgiving. It's the holiday time. Let's just go do this.
Yeah, nothing's happening early December.
Right.
Nothing's happening late November.
Exactly.
If you're traveling, why are you in a rush to get back?
Exactly. And that's, and people are thrilled. And, Abu Dhabi has, the Sheikh of Abu Dhabi built this mosque. He spent $1 billion to build this mosque.
Oh, my God. And you're going to go see it?
We're going to go see it.
You could probably rent a room.
Well, hopefully, I don't know. We had to get some special permission because there are 90 of us going to go watch it, goes to the mosque. So they're like, okay, I need birth dates. I need so we,
Oh my
we have
God,
to provide security. It's crazy.
Sure.
And then all these lists like don't touch the marble, don't
Right.
touch this. But it'll be a special experience.
People will remember. When we were at 70.3 Worlds in Nice,
Yep.
one of the things, because you're also incredibly nimble when it comes to, okay, what do the athletes need? And what was tough about that course is a big climb
Right.
and a pretty scary downhill.
Yep.
And you knew that your people were like, oh, crap, I don't really want to climb
Right.
this close to the race, but I want to see the downhill. So what'd you do?
Rented a couple of buses.
Yeah.
It turns out it went viral on Facebook that Deepak's got this bus organized. By the time I realized I had 2 buses of 55 seaters each, everybody wanted to say, okay. And, we packed them all up. Got up to the top of the mountain
Yes.
in Nice, and everybody got their bikes out and
They rode down.
Rode down.
Which was so essential because
Everybody came to me after the race saying, thank you so much. That helped me get my arms around and how I was going to race uphill.
Right. So what events do you go to that a lot of people don't know about that you go, oh my God, this is an undiscovered gem and we just love going here?
Well, I don't know if they're Port Elizabeth, the
Oh,
70.3.
yeah, in South Africa.
In South Africa is a beautiful race and even a much more beautiful post-race options with safaris and all that. Leaving from Port Elizabeth to Cape Town is just it's almost like it's like a Amalfi Coast ride along the water, and the beautiful stops along the way in Nisa and Plettenberg end up in Hermanus where you can just go hang out with the whales.
Right. And does it get old for you? I mean, that's a lot of travel. You love travel.
Oh, I love it. I have friends. Actually 2 things we've added new is in 2022, because athletes hadn't been traveling a lot and there was a disconnect with a lot of global athletes, what we started to do is it started inviting local athletes to come join us for dinner.
Oh, interesting. So if you're wherever you're at, you're bringing local athletes in.
In Abu Dhabi, we have 30 athletes from Abu Dhabi. Some of them are driving from Dubai who train and live locally. They're going to join us for dinner with my group. And then we're going to do a T-shirt exchange and just exchange ideas, thoughts, how's training for you in this 90-degree weather, stuff like that. And then when we go to Egypt, I have the local triathlon club from Cairo joining us for dinner. It's just as a way to connect the world again, multi-sport athletes all over. So, and I think we're going to have so much fun. I know it's going to be a permanent addition to the experience that we put together.
Local knowledge. You're going to a place, and the one thing is it doesn't matter what language you speak if you speak triathlon. Right? And people understand, okay, I need cartridges. And knowing that I can't travel with these, but if I'm coming over to Egypt and you guys have them, it makes life a lot easier if you guys come here.
Yeah. And in fact, there are so many athletes. We needed bike rentals because World Triathlon has introduced the super sprint race.
Right.
Which is a short course.
Oh, we have to use road bikes.
Where we have to use road bikes because it's, the race lasts like 15, 20 minutes. Right. And so a lot of the athletes are like, I don't want to take my bike for 20 minutes.
Well, they'll bring their tri-bike, but they don't want to bring a second bike.
And so we rented all these bikes, and a lot of the athletes from the Dubai Tri Club and the Abu Dhabi Tri Club said, I'd be more than happy to lend my bike. And so it's amazing how, the community gets together, comes together at a race, and that just adds to the overall experience.
So most of your athletes are U.S. based, traveling overseas.
Yes.
Are you getting some the other way now, or you're getting athletes?
So we get more international athletes who also want to join us. Like I got requests from South Africa for wanting to come to Abu Dhabi.
Right.
Because the resources that some of these international locations, Europe has these resources and information, but some of the other Asia and South Africa or this, Africa in general does not have that kind of resources. So we get a lot more requests from some of the India.
Right. Yes.
Which is close to my heart.
Now, do you take a lot of people to India for different tours?
Well, we've been trying. We will, 70.3 in Goa, which is a amazing destination, is one of the races on our radar. But Ironman keeps adding these great exotic locations.
They really do.
And so the one on my radar at the moment is the 70.3 Rwanda.
Oh my God. How cool would that be?
And so we are hoping that this was the inaugural. It was the inaugural year. I don't know if it happened or not. I haven't.
What? I don't either.
So, but to go to Rwanda, one of my favorite countries, and to be able to go trek for the silverback gorillas, there, which is just again, like going to the pyramids. Is these silverback gorillas are there are 96% matched the human DNA. So it's like visiting relatives.
So when you come home, do people recognize you? Are you're there? How many days a year are you on the road?
Well, so this year we had about 10 events.
Okay, yeah, obviously because of COVID.
COVID and all that. So, but I have a team. So for the smaller events, there are people I work with in New Zealand and around the globe who'll say, okay, if you will let us, Deepak, and don't want to travel, we will be more than happy to help the athletes. So there are,
nice.
But I tend to take the ones where I love the destinations. I grew up in Kuwait. So
okay.
Abu Dhabi, Dubai, and Egypt, I speak the language. So it's just, I want to show off my stomping ground.
I like it. And I think the cool part is that, through all this, you've become an accomplished triathlete and you love the racing. And
it is inspiring. It is just gives me the energy, to say, okay, I've seen these athletes now. I know what they want, and it just helps us continually improve what we are offering.
No, but you yourself.
Oh yeah, well, I get to go and ride bikes. I mean, not many people can say, hey, what'd you do today? I don't know. I was biking at Lake Taupo.
Yes.
Or I was in Klagenfurt, or Abu Dhabi. So yeah, I feel like James Bond just trotting around the world.
So Elmire, I've heard so many great things about Elmire, and that's one
Elmire is Elmire is a great race. The location is very central to Amsterdam. You're about an hour outside. Beautiful enclosed lake and an amazing bike flat. But what is beautiful about it is you got the fields on one side with windmills, and you got the water on the other side. It's just, I don't know how anyone can put their head down and just bike it.
Yeah. What are your most popular tours?
My most popular, for a long time was New Zealand.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Taupo. The Taupo is just,
we were supposed to go.
Yeah.
70.3 Worlds.
2024, we are there.
Okay, so we'll have to regroup on that because we were all set and then COVID hit.
I know. So we're looking forward to that. Another favorite location is Austria.
Yes.
And Klagenfurt. Beautiful race, a great community there. And like I said, Port Elizabeth. But some of the new ones, the 70.3 in Galilee in Israel.
Oh, yes.
Are
you going there?
No, so for next year.
Oh, for next year, that's right. Yes. Oh, okay.
So, we're adding that one. Since we've seen the pyramids, I want to see who wants to come and see, Jerusalem and find
cool
some
experience.
Such a big triathlon community in Israel. I'm sure I will have no problem inviting local athletes to come do a jersey exchange.
Are a lot of your athletes repeat people who are like part of the Deepak family?
We have about 80% retention. 85% of the people will just Deepak. They cross. It's like they go. If you cross the finish line and says, "I'm going to go register for this race again." Oh, by the way, Deepak, I'm registering with you as well.
See, yeah, that's what it means.
Yes.
Some of your favorite moments from all your travels?
From all my travels, some of the favorite moments I remember, of course, there's so many from Kona.
Yes.
Having been there so many times. But I remember a race in, it was Australia, where I watched an entire swim done by an athlete on a breaststroke.
Wow.
And that was just, it was an incredible. And then Port Elizabeth in 2018 was great because we drove this garden route, and everybody, it was post-race, there was no tension, everybody was just having such a ball, telling stories. Those are the two moments that just totally hang out.
Because that's the thing, when you're done with the race, and people, I remember years ago, some of the older age group guys would say, hey, what I do is I'll go to New Zealand, and we get there a few days before the race, and then, because my family has put up with me for this whole year, and I have, at that point, I don't need to worry about a workout, so we're going to spend 2 weeks doing whatever the heck they want to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and so it's almost a little bit of a payback for the family putting up with 4:30 in the morning and all this stuff you're doing. Okay, here's the payback. We're going to Taupo, but we're going to go see South Island. We're going to see all of New Zealand.
So we used to do, so when an athlete signed up with us for one of these races, Australia, New Zealand, Port Elizabeth, we would tell them, listen, you're signed up for the race, you're all set. Now I'm going to talk to your spouse. And they would look at me and says, why? Because you're going to be ignoring him or her for the next 6 months.
Yes.
So I'm going to plan it, and this is trust me, it's going to go much better for you for the training. So we would talk to the spouse, planning the trip, saying, see, while he's training, we're going to go do this. You're going to cheer him on race day, and then when it's all done, the whole family is going to go do this entire beautiful tour. And guess what? You're picking the hotel.
You're doing everything because he won't care.
Yeah.
At that point.
And they were like, my God, I never thought about that. So trust me, they'll create harmony in the marriage.
And no question. That's the thing is the training and racing is a very selfish pursuit. Yes. And you need to take care of the family. And that's what you come in.
Absolutely.
You are the king.
I am.
Keeping marriage. You should be a marriage counselor. It's like perfect.
So... No, and that's the part we enjoy because then it brings the whole family and everybody together into the experience. The athletes are tunnel vision at times. They're like, oh, I'm just focusing on the race.
I think we have a new tagline for Premium Plus Sports, keeping families together for over 4 decades.
That's it. That's fantastic. I love that.
Deepak, thank you for all the support. Thank you for what you're doing because you're making this more than just a race. Yeah. People are coming, and then they're going to see St. George and finding out what makes us there. And you've been here. You basically become a resident with St. George.
Absolutely.
How many times have you been here now?
This is my fourth time.
Yes.
I think I got to now check which is the lower taxes. Is it Utah or Illinois?
Yeah.
And change my residency.
Exactly. Thank you for taking
time.
Thank you. Deepak Patel has been our guest, Premium Plus Sports, and if people want to check it out, it's premiumplussports.com.
Premiumplus-sports.com.
Love it. Thank you, Deepak. Again, Breakfast with Bob from beautiful St. George. Hold on. We will be right back.